Welcome to Where's the Remote? Each week we're bringing down the TV everyone's talking about in sci-fi, drama, reality TV, and everything in between. I'm your host, Steven. I'm joined here by my amazing co-host, Régine.
Cheers.
Happy Friday. What's
Happy
poppin', friend?
Friday. Happy motherfucking Friday.
Is this your favorite day to pod? Or
Yeah.
do the show? Because we're not even a podcast anymore, really. Honestly,
We're
true.
talking. We're yapping over here. I guess yes, because we talk about the pit, and then it's like the week is over. So it's like after this, I can get to my life. Like my real life. Not my fake life, my real life. It's like what is and like I don't even know what that is. So I'm trying to figure that out. No.
You and me both.
So, yeah. So, I guess in a sense, I feel like Fridays and Mondays are always my best well, no, Tuesdays now because of Paradise. So,
So
any
basically, any day where you get to talk about TV that you enjoy.
exactly, exactly. Any day
Good,
that
good
I can
answer.
do what I actually really love.
Good answer. Because
Yes.
prior to that, I was like, damn, she don't really want to talk to me about the rest of the week. So got
Ugh.
it. I
True
respect it.
Blood is like, True Blood, and then thank God Cross is over, so it's like I'm not even dreading talking about that.
Speaking
Speaking
of Crow,
of
I love when we could do a great segue, and this was so unplanned.
Yeah.
But speaking of Cross, well, two things. Well, this was actually the question I should have asked you. Because I think he's the showrunner, coincidentally enough, the guy that Kayla Craig was reporting to, the bald head
Okay.
one. I think he's the showrunner, but it's based off
Oh,
of some book or whatever.
okay.
Obviously they've been doing press or whatever. He essentially teases what season 3 is going to be about,
Mhm.
and I wanted to talk about it, but it's like big spoiler. So I didn't know if I wanted to discuss it.
On the pod or what?
Yeah,
I wanna
yeah.
know. I'm nosy. I
So
wanna
he
know.
basically says like something's going to happen in season 3 that's going to bring Cross back to the police force, and that they're going to somewhat mimic the books, in which the books Alex Cross has like, his number one nemesis. I was like, and he said like, oh, we've been teasing who this nemesis was in season 2. And I was like, excuse me? Who?
And
Like, what?
is this Batman?
Yeah, I'm like, where was this happening? So, you know me, gotta do my research. So it's
Yeah.
like I did the research on like who's his arch nemesis is in the books. And then based on the person's name, it's like, wait, you're making Kayla the fucking nemesis? And even if that was the case, let's say that was the role the whole time. Fine. You basically did it in one episode. I would have preferred like a more like gradual, like they probably should have never had sex. She should have felt some type of way about him this whole time. And if they really wanted to be like unique about it, she could have been given Karen vibes from like the beginning of like, yeah, I'll work with y'all because I have to, but I don't really like the Negroes that
And the
much.
next thing you know, she getting pound to pound town.
That's what they should have done. So
Just
I
make
was
it
like,
intriguing, but y'all making it boring.
tomato, tomato, tomato,
Like,
tomato.
there's so many ways you can go about this, and it's just like back to like what I said last episode, lazy writing.
Yes.
Lazy writing.
Speaking of last episode, we got a comment on TikTok from one of our lovely followers.
Mhm. Shout out to you.
Um, and we've said this before. We are just two random people on the internet giving our opinions out or whatever, and we're not experts. We're not, you know,
Speak for
we're not a
yourself.
monolith. We're not a monolith. I'm trying to be nice. Trying to be nice. We're not a monolith. There's some stuff people love. There's some
Yeah,
stuff people we despise or not a fan of. So
yeah.
we've been very critical across
Yes.
season 2. One of our clips we posted showed that we both gave it a rating of 1 out of 5 remotes,
Yeah.
and somebody I don't know what the first part of his handle says, but we'll just call him Mike. But he says, really, question mark. The finale was fire. Luz is the most likable antagonist I've seen in a while.
Mm.
Cross got his woman back. John's maternal relationships were concluded, the thrill of
Mm-mm.
seeing Cross finally buck against the system, then the ensemble of him leading a car chase to seeing his community protect him. I'm highly satisfied after disapproving certain moments this season. Well, I'll let you go first. What do you have to say about that?
No shade to you. Shout like for real. But it's just like I hear you. Like I hear why if I hear why someone would say that is entertaining for them and why that's fire to them because it's like, okay, like, we don't usually see this. This is what we're seeing and wah, blah, la, 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 la.
Mhm.
To me, all that would come down for me though. Like if they woulda it was just too rushed to me. I feel like if they woulda built it up and got to there, cool. I think I would have been satisfied. But it
Mhm.
literally was like we were here and now we're here. And that part I did not like at all.
Yes. The pacing was definitely bad from the
Yeah.
beginning. And again, we all and I think that's the great thing about all these different communities and
Yeah.
whatever shows that you watch. It's like
Yeah.
it's all art at the end of the
Yeah.
day, and we all digest it differently, and we
Yeah.
all have our own personal experiences as to what makes us respond in the ways that we do.
Yeah.
For you and I, we're two people who watch a lot of TV,
Yes.
and we are fucking Aquarians, and we're
Yes.
also creatives.
Yes.
So we are
Yeah.
very analytical individuals in
Yes.
general, in
Yes.
just every aspect of life. If you've
Yes.
had a regular conversation with me, I am long winded as fuck because every single thought is going through my brain, and I'm going to tell you every single thought.
Yeah.
Don't make me tell you a story because I'm gonna tell you a side story that's like
Always.
partially tied to it, but really
Always.
don't impact things. But it impacted me, so you're gonna hear
Right.
about it. So, first of all, Mike, respect your opinion. Appreciate you even taking the time out to leave a comment because
100%.
you could easily just swipe away or mark the shit as
Period.
spam. Um, glad, and I responded to him. I was like, we felt opposite, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that you liked the finale.
Yeah.
Luz being the most likable antagonist I've seen in a while. That's all subjective. For
Yeah.
me, antagonist that's probably one of the tropes that's become really popular now of like
Mhm.
you have Thanos, you have I'm trying to think of someone else. But you have these characters who do bad, but it's under for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So it's like seen one, seen them all.
Yeah. I mean, her plight, I was with her for her plight. Like, her plight
Yeah, like I respected it, but it wasn't nothing that like blew me away.
yeah,
Cause
no.
yeah,
I mean, shout out to
seen
her for, like, taking down everybody by herself. One band, one sound. It's for
listen,
real.
man. She was out here moving. She was out here moving like Batman.
Seriously.
Um Cross getting his woman back, that was not clear.
Not
We see that
necessarily.
they're cordial,
Yeah.
but there's no indication that they are together.
Yeah.
Where is Trevor? We need the well, we don't need, but we need the Trevor spinoff.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see
We need to see
what happened to
I wanna see Gene again. 'Cause, yeah, he's still fine.
Um, John's maternal relationships were concluded. They actually weren't
Not
because
really.
we don't know how. Well, I guess they basically confirmed that his mom is gonna, take the bid for her man.
Yeah, I
But
mean, confirm that she's
why is she so loyal to this man? Like, we don't have any indication as to why.
yeah,
Then it's definitely not concluded because they introduced that John's father is around, someone we never heard about for
yeah,
these 2 seasons.
yeah,
So that's just the beginning.
yeah,
Um, the thrill of seeing Cross finally buck against the system. I mean, I guess that's subjective.
yeah.
Again, we
I
if you want to see people buck the system, go watch Russ Cole in True Detective season 1. That's somebody bucking the system. Even Marty unalives one of the predators.
oh, immediately. But I feel like the reason why it wasn't compelling for me for him bucking the system is because he only bucked it because they turned on him. I feel like if
This is true.
he would have been out just because of, like, how he's seeing how everything's moving, cool, but he only did that because they turned
It
on him.
impacted him.
Yes,
Yes.
and
And
that
then Go
Sorry,
ahead, go
and
ahead.
that part is, like, where I was like, "Nah." No, no, that I mean, that's just too, like, Uncle Thomas for me, and I'd rather not.
And it wasn't even something where you saw, like, cracks in what he believes in
Yeah,
throughout time. It was, like you mentioned, all these things happen in the finale, and now it's like, "Oh, I'm taking a stand." It's
yeah,
like, mm, okay. Like, you
right,
just got a medal to start the season. Now, whatever, whatever.
okay, right, exactly.
And then I've already gave my, Fast and the Furious comments
Oh,
about the whole car chase scene
yeah.
in fucking DC, which mad fucking foot traffic and cars in
Not
DC.
even
But
that, there's
whatever.
no way. This DC was not
They
set up
definitely
for you to
shot
do
that
that,
at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
if that.
Definitely like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the whole community protecting him thing, like I wasn't
Yeah,
mad about that. But
yeah,
that wasn't anything that like
yeah,
moved me to a certain extent.
yeah,
But again, everybody
mm,
takes in content differently. So
yeah,
shout out to Mike, and I'm glad he was able to enjoy it because we
me
did.
too.
Yeah.
A lot of people, even
Um,
like my mom said she really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure Scotty said that he enjoyed
yeah,
it.
like I'll be on threads from the
Yeah,
show page, and there'll
mine is
be
too.
mad comments of like, "Yo, Cross season 2 is great," and like,
Fire, but we are critiquers. And
yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
this is how you critique a show. Thank you.
But we are here to react to the latest. I don't even know what the words to use to describe this anymore.
Pew, 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 pew.
I officially feel like we are definitely on the clock at
No,
this
we're on
point.
that clock.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't clock out. We got one more hour and it's
It's
still
fucking.
feel like we got way more to
I have a specific comment about that we'll get into, but we're here to react to the latest episode of The Pit. If you're new to the show, well, if you're new to the show, you should like, comment, subscribe. If you're not
Period.
new to the show, you should like, comment, subscribe. If
Period.
you're in the middle, you should like, comment, subscribe. I don't know
Period.
what other categories, but just like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
But yes, we will recap the latest episode of The Pit. Then we'll give you guys my list is long, unfortunately. A long list of the scenes.
A lot happened in this
Bruh,
episode, so yeah, no, I
bruh. A long list of the scenes that stuck out to us, or the storylines, all the in-depth shit that we do, and then end this off with a rating. This is honestly, and not to jump ahead, this is a very hard episode to like rate.
it is.
Like, I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, what would I give this?
And it's
And
like,
I really don't know.
yeah, and honestly, I'm not me just being candid. I usually never know when I'm going to rate the episodes in the beginning of our episodes. But like the more we talk about it and we like break some
Mm.
things down, that's when I say, okay, I can give it this. Yeah. So I just wait until after we kind of talk about
That's
it.
a great way to do it,
Yeah.
because usually the way I rate things is based off of like obviously storytelling,
Yeah.
performances, or whatever. But then it's like, in the moment when I watch this, did I
Yeah.
feel something? You know
Yeah.
what that phrase is? Good
Yeah.
art is supposed to make you feel something. If you've
Yeah.
been to an exhibit, if you've seen
Ugh,
somebody
I know
attractive,
this
like,
weekend. Yeah, that sounds so much fun.
listen,
Yeah.
when you see good art, it makes you feel something. So
Yeah.
that's how I rate it. Like, okay, when I watched
It
this, did
makes
I feel?
sense.
Was I sad? Was I whatever? But
Yeah.
this one, I was everywhere. So yeah, but yeah, let's jump into this recap. It's a little bit long, which makes sense. The Pit season 2, episode 11, titled 5 p.m., is arguably the most charged hour of the season yet. That is not an argument at all.
No, like, hold on, like, that is not an argument, but so much shit has happened this freaking season, but then it was like, this episode was like I was like Robbie, like, I'm on 1,000. If I take one
Bruh.
more thing.
I think I know what I'm giving this episode. I think I know what I'm giving this episode now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is arguably the most charged hour of the season yet, opening with Roxy finally passing away, RIP. McKay, well, I said RP like she's a real person. McKay reminding a distraught Giovanni that Roxy had control over how she wanted to go, which is
Mhm.
more than what most people get. The
Yeah,
episode's most explosive storyline arrives when two ICE agents, fuck ICE, escort a detainee named Pranita into the ER, claiming that she had a fall. Their presence alone causing several patients in need of care to flee the hospital rather than risk being detained.
crazy.
Robbie confronts the agents directly, demanding they wait in a room so he stops losing staff, but things escalate sharply. Where the When the agents try to drag Pernita out, before she's medically been cleared, Nurse Jessie steps in to stop them and gets arrested on the spot, sending shockwaves throughout the entire department.
I
I don't
think
know if I said this, like, Nurse Jessie's actually, like, a
yeah,
real
yeah, he's
nurse.
a real
Yeah.
nurse. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. On the interpersonal front, Langdon finally pulls Santos aside to apologize for how he treated her in season 1, but Santos refused to forgive him unless he publicly admits to stealing Louis'
Oh
Librium.
my
And unbeknownst to both of them, Al Hashimi was listening to the entire conversation, a
god.
revelation with serious implications for episodes to come. A child
Oh.
suffering from heat stroke and Robbie's friend Duke turning up with a worrying x ray add to the mounting pressure, and the episode closes on a gut punch cliffhanger. An
Jesus.
inebriated patient suddenly wakes up disoriented and panic grabs new nurse Emma and puts her in a chokehold. The door to the room closed with no one apparently able to hear the commotion inside. And that is our recap for episode 11 of The Pit. What were your immediate thoughts to this episode?
I texted to you again. Get me off this fucking ship. Like, get me off of this ship. Like again, I said every time I feel like, and I feel like even in this episode, they felt like this. Like, Joy and Ogilvy, they felt like 2 more hours. I just need to push through. I want something easy so that I can skate through my last 2 hours. And then they ended with this shit. Ended with this.
And that's the point that I wanted to make because they brought that up a couple times. This is episode 11.
Yes.
They say 2 more hours.
Yes.
We have 15 episodes. So
Yes.
technically we have 4 more hours left.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going to happen for them to, because they'll always give us like a slight overlap with the night shift, but it's always primarily them, which means something else has to transpire for them to then stay an additional, what's
They
that?
they
2 more hours.
bruh, they need all hands on deck. And, like, they lost all the nurses, patients first off, the way that waiting room cleared out, that shit was packed. The way it cleared out was like, "Oh my god." It's like one thing after another. As soon as you feel like you can breathe, like, honestly, I could not work in a hospital because that would give me I would be like Mohan. I would have a freaking panic attack all
This
the
is
time.
this is why a lot of them have therapists. This is
Yeah,
why a lot of them have their own, like, mad doctors tell you, "No, don't smoke," because they be smoking themselves, like,
you gotta release.
this unfortunately, this is why a lot of them aren't the best in their relationships, and there'll
Yeah,
be a lot of, commingling in the office because
yeah,
in the hospital because you're with this person 14 hours a day.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah, I feel like I will hold my I already hold my breath in my life on a regular basis. So, like, I'm at work and I'm still holding my breath because I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Fighting for my life.
Jesus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, this is crazy. Cra
Yeah, I text you because, well, I text you a couple times. I text you at first because obviously Becca was a superstar in
Yo,
this episode, and we'll get to all of her scenes. She might be low key have taken the top spot as my
it's
favorite
like,
character.
"Girl, leave me the fuck
I
alone."
got I got dick
You're
at home.
right.
I got dick at home. I ain't worried about what you got going on.
Get a
Um,
life,
but
loser.
I was texting you primarily about Becca,
Yeah.
and then I stopped texting you because
Things kept happening. Like, when I said
and
I have to
then
watch these episodes twice because if I don't, I'm going to miss something. And the way it just moves in this film, it's like we're here and then we're here. We're here and then we're here. We're here and there and there's something else happening. So, like, you gotta keep
oh no,
like
I'll be pausing all the notes.
I don't wanna
I
pause. I don't
pause.
wanna pause because if I pause it, I'm losing momentum of what's going on. That's probably why I be having anxiety attack.
They need to have like a parental advisory sticker before you start
Yes.
watching.
Like,
This,
yes,
this show may cause
yes,
hypothermia.
like, take a break. Take a break. Yeah.
But yeah, I was texting you about Becca, and then I stopped texting you because so much shit was going on.
Yeah.
And then as today, leading up to our recording was going on, I was like, having my thoughts about the episode and what I wanted
Yeah.
to say. And then I was like, I really don't have words to really express how this episode made me feel, and then I sent you that meme
Yeah, the
of Mr.
yeah,
Krabs,
yeah,
that meme where he's, like, in a confused state and there's mad people around him.
yeah,
Because I don't know what point I felt that way, but there was a point in this episode, which this is something you've said, multiple times, where it's, like, too much was going on, and it was hard for me to stay attached to and follow all the different storylines, but I
yeah.
never really felt that way up until this episode. I was just like I felt like my head was spinning and I was sitting down. I was like, "What is going on?"
It's like also, it's like every case is not like a mild case where it's like, "Oh, a broken leg. Oh," it's like, no, these are traumatic ass things happening to these patients
And then
and doctors.
and then the situations, not only are they, like, traumatic, the situations come as, like, one thing, and then it's like it escalates because
Yeah,
we get the, not to jump ahead, but we get that kid, Micah. We get Micah with the heat stroke, but then
right.
his
Uh-huh.
we don't know, does she have, like, some sort of mental issue
Right,
going on? Is she,
right,
like, overwhelmed as, like, a single mother? Because I don't
right.
think they asked her if, like, her husband or the father is around,
Yeah,
like, she's, obviously contemplating unaliving herself because that's
yeah,
what she attempts to do, like, and there's, like, a level of guilt, which is, I think, the reason why she attempts to unalive herself of, like,
yeah,
"Damn, like, I'm overwhelmed and, like, I just wanted him to do this one thing. Like a young kid, he didn't want to do this one thing, and then it leads to this. And now, like my only job, the one job that I'm responsible for, I dropped the ball. Which that speaks a lot about people and how they like to glorify parenthood, and like it's way
yes.
deeper than just the cute little
No,
clothes and
and
like
that was one thing I was thinking of, like, I'm not even talking about my personal life, but anyway, it's just like, yeah, like, keeping a kid alive. Like, keeping a kid alive is like I never think about that. It's like because kids get into so many different things, and it's like, if you're not watching them and seeing what they're doing, they will get into it, and it's like, "What the fuck happened?" And then, like,
hmm
especially when we grew up, our parents really weren't like, for me especially,
listen,
like,
man. If
they
my
weren't
parents
really
knew
around.
some of the shit that I had to experience as a youth,
Yeah.
they would be surprised. They would
Yeah,
be quite
exactly, so
surprised.
it's like now it's like these kids now, like, they're advanced in some senses, like, they're only advanced because there's more things out than they used to.
Right, right.
So it's just like, yeah, like, keeping a kid alive and safe and oh my god, but I think she's lying because the only reason why I say that, I know we're jumping around, but the only reason why I say that is because when she was holding his hand, he had dirt under his fingernail.
Yeah, I wrote that down as a note too of like maybe there's some sort of what's the word? Not malpractice. It's neglect. Some sort of neglect. Like maybe she didn't really want to have the kid, but she couldn't go through with the abortion. The dad, or maybe the dad was around at some point,
Or
but then he
maybe
left.
maybe he really did have a heat stroke because they were like, in the garden in the heat, and it's hot as hell.
Yeah, probably. But I also may think like maybe she wanted, or maybe she low key put him in there. And, now she's now living with the fact that because this is about to get dark. I could see a scenario where someone attempts to do that. Then once they realize it, because, obviously they're not of sound mind, they realize it, they feel the guilt. That's why she drove recklessly to the hospital. And
Yes,
then her having to like, yo, how could I do something like this? I
yes,
don't deserve to live myself.
yes.
Like he's better off in the system better than dealing with me as a mother. Like,
Even, like even that, like, her being on involuntary hold and then, like, him being in the ICU and, like, to that point, like, what do we do with this
and
kid?
his condition is only slightly getting better. There's still a chance, and that was also the tipping point because, and we're jumping ahead. Like Al Hashimi says, like there's a chance like he may have some sort of like cognitive
Yes,
issues because of that. Because once
yes,
your brain shuts off, they
yes.
might be able to turn it back
Once
on.
your brain shuts off and it comes back to life, it ain't ever gonna
It's
be
not the same.
it's
It
not the
is
same, like,
not
your
the
brain is not
same.
something that can come back.
It is not. There's
Yeah,
just certain things that happen to your body,
yeah,
when athletes get these like severe like ligament tears or whatever the case
yeah,
may be, like some people, yeah, you might be fine, but then I know a bunch of people was the common phrase of like they'll get like a knee injury and then it's like, oh, anytime it rains, my knees start acting
yeah,
up or some shit like
yeah,
that
yeah,
because the pressure in the air is different. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. We already started talking about different
Yeah.
seeds.
That's so crazy. Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the top.
So my first note here is obviously Roxy. Roxy
Yes.
transitions. Again, shout out to Brittany Allen. Did a fantastic job. We have that conversation with McKay and Javadi, because
Mhm.
obviously Javadi is very distraught by
He's
everything.
so up.
But and I think I mentioned it in the recap, but McKay tells her, very few of us get to go out on our own terms, especially in Roxy's case, where it's
Yeah,
like the cancer was clearly kicking her ass for this whole entire time. She's depending on other people. She finally had the chance to make a choice, even
yeah,
if she didn't physically do anything for herself, but she finally had a chance to make a choice. And
yeah,
I'm glad we didn't see like those final moments. It was just, McKay giving her the final thing of morphine in last
yeah,
week's
full dose.
episode, and
Yeah,
then she goes off camera. And
yeah,
then jumping a little bit ahead, because obviously McKay takes Ogilvy outside to go help another patient.
yeah.
Robbie is forced to, sign the papers to,
Mhm.
the death note. Um, and I wrote this all in caps. That's how you fucking act and write a scene. Because in that scene, nobody says a word. This show never has music. There's no music, there's no dialogue, no nothing. It's just all facial reactions from all the actors, Roxy's husband, Robbie, Javadi, and it's just, I definitely started tearing up and not a
Yeah,
single word was said. And it was like, you feel that emotion in that room
yeah,
of like, this is a very tragic sort of
yeah,
situation. And it's like,
yeah.
bruh,
How do
that's,
you move forward? Because she comes in with a broken leg, and she's
this
just
is why we critique Cross that way. And
'cause
we
we
don't,
watch TV.
it's levels to this, okay?
Again, everybody has their level of taste.
Because if you would have gave me some shit like this at Cross, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't do this. Y'all don't do that here. Y'all don't do that here. Y'all do not do that here.
Yeah. But, so yeah, like, coming from, like, a broken leg to, like, I'm in so much pain to, like, yeah, like, all in one how many hours?
Few hours, let's say
Hours.
4 or 5 hours. She's been on like what 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, to I'm in so much pain that I literally can't even do this no more.
Mm. And we've said this before of like, I think the show in general, but
Yeah,
specifically this season, there's
yeah,
this constant reminder of like your life can change at any given moment. Because like you just mentioned, her husband, the kids, they came because of the broken ankle issue, and 4 hours later, he's without his wife,
yep,
the kids are now without their mother, and
yep,
now they have to start preparing and creating their new normal in
and
the
no
span of 4 hours.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then literally, this is somebody who was just having a regular conversation with,
yep.
and now they're gone. Like,
Oh,
round of applause.
yeah,
Round of
yeah,
applause.
oh my god, that's so that is so scary to even think about because, like, yeah,
Because
life
it's
is
going to happen. It's going to happen.
life is literally that short.
Mhm.
It's really that short. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know if I've had any more other positive notes, but we could start with some of the more positive things or the positive side of the episode.
Where?
Queen Becca.
Yes. Yes, yo. Becca is like, "Listen, Mel, get out my business, okay? You are my sister, you are not my doctor, you're not even my therapist, baby. Goodbye. Bye-bye now." Like, yeah.
So Mel obviously, and I think we said this in last week, Mel is obviously over concerned because she
Yeah,
assumes that Adam may have taken
yeah,
advantage of her because
yes.
she's, autistic.
Yeah.
So Mel loses her cool with Becca, obviously being overprotective, making sure she wasn't being taken advantage of by Adam. Um, and then I believe is when she was having that conversation with Robbie that she realizes that she's over analyzing the situation
Oh, so
because
for
they
having it with Langdon.
yeah, so Langdon,
Yeah,
thank you. She's over analyzing the situation, and then
yeah,
she's explaining like how their relationship goes, and then
yeah.
she even says like, "Oh, we have supportive decision making, like we supposed to make decisions together." Oh, like she
Like,
she she is complicit in her
so
own life.
so when Langdon was like, "So are you like her legal guardian or something?" Like, that
Mm.
was like, "Oh, I'm not her parent. Like, I'm not." Like, that is not our relationship at all. Like, it is a sister-sister relationship.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
it. Like,
And
there's
she's
nothing
not
else.
on the spectrum where she's
Yeah,
incapable of making her own decisions.
yeah,
So she started to have that, wake up call. It's
yeah.
taken her a while,
Yeah.
but it started to have that
Yes,
wake up
it
call.
is. Oh my god! Because I feel like the other part is the reason why it's taking Mel so long is because, like, she has dedicated so much of her time to her sister. She's protecting her sister. She's doing all of these things for her sister, and it's like now her sister has some independency that she knows really nothing about,
Mm.
and it's like she don't even know what that looks like because in her brain, Becca has never had any independency at all.
It's that, and also I can understand, like, you sacrifice a portion of your own life to help
Yeah,
someone that you truly
yeah,
care about, but
yeah,
then once they start to make their own life and figure out things on their own where they no
yeah.
longer need you, it's like, well, it's a thankless job. So now, like,
Yeah,
I sacrificed all this because I thought you needed this, but now you really don't need me.
yeah, yeah,
But I've already made a huge portion of my life
yes,
circle around you.
yeah. I think a lot of people, even siblings, like siblings, friends,
Children,
why like all
parents.
we have all have these type of relationships with people where it's like
Whew, I got
we're
triggered. I just got triggered because I thought about parents and like
yeah,
that's parents 101. It's
it's
like,
like
oh, why you didn't call? I was
I
just
have
at
a
the house
life.
2 days
I'm not
ago.
even I have a life outside of you. Like, yeah, your life was made like I was made for you in that moment, whatever. But like we moved past that. Like we moved past this type of relationship. We moved past like I am a person, you are a person. We are individuals. It's not like we are doing like even like husband and wife. I'm having that problem now. I am my own person. I am my own
Shut off the
person.
mics. Shut off the mics.
But like no, as a wife, like I am my own person. So it's like we can't do everything together. No, we can't. Like, sorry. And it's like
I
we can't as people forget that. Like,
mhm,
yes, we are relationships with others, but we are always individuals.
correct.
So yeah.
Absolutely correct. And then Mel finally realizes that she needs to go then apologize.
Mhm.
Becca don't give two shits.
That's just like, listen, baby.
Uh, because she immediately says, the nurse said I could leave. can, can we, Mel is like, can we finish our convo first? About what? Ain't shit to talk about.
That's just like
I,
I said what I said. I like sex. I have a boyfriend. I told my therapist, what more
I
do
told
you
all the people who needed to know
literally,
what we talk about.
literally.
Oh, and then I don't know if you peeped, because they was like, I think Nurse Jessie then tells Mel that they need a doctor or whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, I'll be there in a second. Becca gets up first to leave. Like she gets up first, like, yo, I'm out this bitch.
She's like, "You
Uh,
finally
you got shit to do. I
listen,
got shit to do.
Mel hasn't done anything in this whole entire freaking shift.
Mel has been trials and tribulations this whole this whole season.
First she goes from this deposition that she is worked up about. She can't even think. Now she found out that her sister's having sex. She can't even think. Mel, you are at work. Okay.
Nah,
Per
she's at work physically. Mentally, she
She's
gone.
not there. She's not
She
there.
is
And
gone.
and part of what Robbie is saying, keep your personal life outside of these walls, please. Cause it's ruining a lot right here. So yeah.
And then we get that next scene with Mel meeting up with Becca right before she leaves. They're inside the lobby or the waiting room, I should say.
Yeah.
And then they're having a conversation about fireworks. Or I
Yeah.
think Becca brings up that she's gonna go see the fireworks with
Yeah, with her
Adam and his
boyfriend.
parents.
Yeah.
And then Mel is like, can I get Adam's parents' phone number? And Becca didn't even respond. She just told the nurse, I want to go now.
But first she's like, "Why?" Like, I said the same thing. "Why?
Oh
Why?"
man.
But no, I'm ready to go now. Like, no need for us to keep having this conversation. I said what I said. Like, it
Listen,
is what
man.
it is. Just
Every
move
single
on.
time she was on the screen, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
losing it, losing
Yeah.
it. I should have took down that actress name. Shout out to her. And
Um,
she's like
yes.
really, on the spectrum of
Yes.
some sort. But I
Yes.
seen an interview with
She's doing
amazing young
her
women,
thing. Yeah, she's
amazing young
doing
women.
her thing.
Um,
Makes me love to see her more.
Listen, bring her back. Bring
Please,
her back.
please.
Listen, listen. Um, and then I only have one note for this one, and I don't think she was on the screen that much, but we have Mrs. Torres,
Mhm.
the Hispanic woman who has like a painful swollen right calf.
Yeah, uh-huh.
She basically, who was she? Was it Mohan?
Yeah, Mohan.
Yeah, Mohan and Joy, but she basically says this line that, stop worrying.
Yeah.
All your worries can add a single moment to your life. And it's like,
She ain't lying.
bruh,
She ain't
bruh,
lying.
so many, and it goes back to, yo, it goes back to that Asian couple from 2 months ago.
Oh,
It goes
oh,
back to the Asian couple of like, you
uh,
think these things are so big in the moment, but then you realize like, yo, they really don't mean shit. Like
yeah.
life is much more
So
precious.
valuable. It's so much more valuable than this
Exactly.
dumbass
Exactly.
thing. That's why
Yo,
people that do dumbass shit. Like, like, do you not understand? Like, this stupid ass shit you doing is ruining lives. Like, stop it. Stop it now.
uh, I was about to go on a rant.
Ah,
But yeah, I mean, that quote was just like we
yeah,
said, it was a great quote. Just makes you help reframe everything in your life of like, listen, man, that shit don't mean nothing. Like I can focus my energy elsewhere.
yeah.
Um, and this is kind of ties into multiple things. But we have the Langdon and Mel convo where they're talking about Becca outside. But I was surprised that they didn't jump out the way when Micah's mom was driving recklessly. Like
Me
you have
too.
that one doctor who jumps out the way, but them two didn't. And I was like, that's weird,
Yeah,
but whatever.
yeah.
And then I don't know what the kid's name is, like the actor, but he
Mhm.
did a fantastic job
He
because
did.
I thought that was a doll. Like
Yeah,
I really thought that was a doll.
literally moving like it was lifeless.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
did it for a child to operate like that,
yeah,
like fantastic job.
yeah.
Um, and I think we brought this up previously. They purposely showed that his nails are dirty.
Mhm.
I'm assuming there's some sort of like neglect there, like she really don't want to, take care of him or whatever the case may be.
It's
So
something.
something's going on.
That's all like some one thing I say about this show is like sometimes I wish we could get like backstories and like things outside of the hospital because like we wonder these things. Like we wonder and it's like, dang, I wish I could see this. Like, like my mind is already wondering, will we get these answers? I don't know. Like I don't know if we'll
I'm
get
sure. I mean, yeah, you usually get I think
kind.
I think they do a great job of like some of the patients you get a clear answer as to why things operate in their life. And then sometimes, which what happens in reality with these doctors is like you can only do so much.
Yeah.
And after giving them the care that they deserve and need, like
Yeah.
you don't know
Yeah.
unless these people come back into the hospital again, unfortunately.
Or, like, I feel like a lot of times in this season at least, they do, like they have, like, siblings or significant others outside of the hospital, and they can usually kinda tell the rest of the story. So, yeah.
That's a great point. That's a great point too. Um, And then we eventually see, and I think we brought this up already, the mom ends up leaving.
Ooh.
And this is after Al Hashimi tells her that her kid may need additional care depending
Mhm.
on how he recovers. And you can see that shock in her system of like, I gotta do more work? Like I already gotta he's already alive and now I gotta do more?
I don't think I don't know.
I gotta do
I don't
that's how I received it.
Okay, that's how you interpreted it. Okay. For me, it was more like, "What did I do?" That's how I took it as, like,
It can
"What
be that too.
what word this shit? God damn." No, but, it's like, what did I do? Like, why was I not like, I just felt like it was, like, immediate guilt that was on her. It was like, dang, like, not only is he's pretty lifeless right now,
hmm
even after this, if he survives this, it'll be more work. It'll just be different. It'll be different from what he was. So,
Listen, my assessment was correct.
I
My
guess
assessment
Brooke 50
it's more work because now went from, he's able to do this stuff, it's like you
Yeah.
don't and then you don't know what kind of condition. Is he able to
No.
feed himself? Is he able to
Yeah,
walk around? Is he gonna be
yeah,
able to walk? Like,
yeah,
any of those things could happen.
yeah,
Sometimes when, your brain shuts off and they turn maybe your left side or your right side of your body stops
yeah.
working, but it could be a whole complete paralysis from head
No,
to
yeah.
toe.
Yeah, this guy I went to high school with, he got in a really bad, motorcycle accident, and
Mhm.
that's pretty much just and this happened, like, years ago, and he's still, like, recovering from it, where, like, he couldn't walk, he couldn't drive, he couldn't talk, like, he's a completely different person, so I c I couldn't imagine, for a kid, you know?
Right. And then we brought this up already, but when Al Hashimi does find her, she's on the sidewalk about to walk into the street and get hit
Mm,
by a huge tanker.
mm.
Um, and she's clearly not
She's out of
in
it.
the right head. Yeah, she's not in
Yeah,
the right
she's not there,
headspace.
she's not with us at all.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that storyline plays out in
Yeah,
the next few episodes.
yeah.
And I only have one note about this. I don't know if you have anything additional, but um, McKay and Ovi go outside to go help Kiki, the
Mhm,
homeless drug addict, in the park, which is crazy that it's across the street. So you can only imagine how many times they've had to see people across the street or people from across the street having to come over there.
mhm.
But when she reveals her leg, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not
Bruh.
expecting that.
I'm like, "Does she even got a leg to stand on?" That's how it was looking to me. That thing looked like it was about to fall off.
It looked like honestly, it looked like what, that other woman who had, like, the flesh-eating bacteria
Yes,
thing,
it
that's
looked
why
actually worse than that,
yeah, like, it shoulda looked like what her leg shoulda looked like. I was,
literally. That's what I'm
"Bruh,
saying. How is it still surviving? It looked
how
like
do how she don't" well, she probably high all the time. I was like, "You don't feel that?
yeah, she probably hot top, so she
You
don't.
don't feel that? Like, that
Yeah,
shit don't itch?"
it was stinking.
Mm, mm,
Ooh,
mm, mm.
I can imagine.
Um And then we get a Mel and Robbie convo, which I thought was funny because he asked her about the deposition, and and then he asked her, then she kind of expresses herself, and then he's like, well, rely on the people around you for the people that you could talk to about it. And
Yeah,
then she goes to say, like, obviously, this is after all the Becker things is
yeah.
transpiring. She's like, well, I don't really have anybody to speak to, and then she's still talking, and then Robbie cuts her off to go talk to the
Oh, so
kid.
yeah. It was like, what's the point of saying it?
And I don't know if you see her face, like, she's
You're like,
so
"Oh."
disappointed and sad.
Like, she was like, "Dang, I finally can, like, get all this stuff that's going on with me out, and you just said, 'Fuck me.'" Okay. Like, you just gave me the floor to get my emotions out, and then you said, "Fuck me" in 5 seconds. Like,
I mean, if we're
why
being
would
quite
you do that?
honest, this is mostly how the new this is I'm trying not to go on a rant. One of my biggest pet peeves with the way the working world is now,
Mhm.
because generations before, there was no transparency wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
You were the employee, you work, you got your check, you got your benefits, shut the fuck up and get out
Yeah.
when your shift is over. Now, in the last 15, 20, 25 years,
Yeah.
millennials getting into the workforce.
Yeah.
Now we have this whole idea of like, we want you to be transparent. Voice the
No, they
things that you
don't.
want to voice.
No, they don't.
They want you to do that, and then they do absolutely nothing
Bruh.
about it.
Bruh, that actually happened to me today. That actually happened to me today. It's like you get on these calls, they want you to be transparent, they want you to ask these questions, tell them your concerns, and then they get, like, mad about your concern. Just
They
like
get defensive.
yes,
They throw a whole bunch of corporate jargon at you, and like they dismiss and they belittle your
yes,
sentiments.
and it's literally like hold on, leadership. Everybody wanna be a leader, but nobody actually wants to do the leadership work. Leadership comes with solutions, okay? If you ain't coming with no solutions, get out of it.
Listen,
What
man,
what is what is the point of you being
might
someone's
need
leader?
to
You ain't doing
might
that.
might need to adopt Game of Thrones ideology and start getting these
Mhm.
start beheading these kings.
Luther!
I might need to edit that. Anyways, um, and then we get the most disturbing aspect to this week's episode. Um, we get the ICE agents and
Oh my god.
Pernita. And the first thing I wrote down is like, they better help her escape some way, somehow. Obviously, that's probably not gonna
How?
happen.
Like,
Obviously, that's not gonna
how?
happen. Um,
How? Them ICE agents are on her ass. Yeah, it's annoying.
you know what's interesting? I know it's fictional,
Mhm.
but if I was an actor, I don't think I would accept the role.
Yeah. I think it'll be I feel like what is that line for actors and actresses when it comes to, like, the things that you will play? Because there are a lot of different characters
Mhm.
or charac
Storylines,
yeah,
stereotypes.
yeah, like, it's so many, so it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, do I play this because I understand the reason why people should see it?
Mhm.
Do I play it do I not play it because I just don't agree with the sentiment at all? So I wonder
Yeah.
if there actually is a line there, or it's just like, "You know what? I have a job. I'm getting a check." That's another thing. Like, beggars can't be choosers.
This
So,
is also
you
true.
know?
Yeah. But the reason why I said that is because, like, I'm imagining the taller one who's obviously some
Yeah,
black man, I assume, and his face is, covered up the whole
which I
time.
thought was good that they did
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Yes. 'Cause that's a great point because, this is the day and age of the internet. People, um take things too far because it's like they're just playing characters on a TV show. This
yeah.
isn't how these people are. Like,
But
what's
not
his
even
name?
that, a lot of ICE agents are actually doing that. They are
Oh,
actually
yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah, the
yeah,
accuracy. But I could also see from the standpoint of, like, trying to
yeah,
protect him because the other one you don't really see that much of, but he's the one that escalates things or whatever.
yeah,
So I could imagine some of that sort of hate commentary he could have gotten just for playing that role
yeah.
because I know even though he's been, uh well, this was a while ago, but the actor who played, Pinky in, the Friday movies, he was
Uh-huh.
saying how, like I forgot what other role he played another role where he was
I
like
would play a bad guy.
yeah, and he's like, "Yo, till this day, like, people be talking to me crazy when they see me out in the street." And it's like, that was a movie, that was TV, like, that's
It's so interesting how people like, that's the like, it's just so interesting how it's like, y'all know, like, this ain't real life. Like, I get it, but, like, I don't because I am actually a person outside of this character that I'm playing. Yeah.
yes. Yes. Or I think even, Lorenz Tate had said, like at one point in his life, it was hard for him to date because they were expecting one of his characters from one of his movies. They was expecting him to act like that, and it's like, "No, that's I'm the complete opposite." Is it Boys in the Hood? Was he was in Boys in the Hood, or was it,
He
I
was in,
always Don't Be a Menace?
yeah.
Yeah, he was saying, like, around that time, he could not date because women was expecting him to act like his character in Don't Be a Menace, and he's like, "I'm
Lorenz
not."
Tate gives none of that. He gives I guess I was if I think of Lorenz Tate, I would think of him closer to, like, Darius Love Hall and Love Jones, like, very cool, very chill, you know,
Yeah,
something like that. I can't see him being anything other than that.
yeah. But s with the ICE agents and Pranita, Robbie basically tells, McKay and everybody else, it's like, "All we could do is just treat her injury, and that's it, like, we can't there's nothing from a legal standpoint that they can do in any capacity," which is very unfortunate, and I would assume, obviously, it mimics real life, like, this is all new and all, like, made up shit, which is fucking nuts. So
It's like nobody's been in these predicaments like this. Like, ICE has
right.
been around for a couple like, for some time. Like, I think even, I think it started no, but it's been around for some time. But, like,
Mhm.
the way it is currently right now, where they're, like, literally just jacking people off the street, like, kidnapping people off the
They
street,
took Jesse.
and it's like, you're not even a police, so I don't understand, like, ICE and police are not the same, so how are you arresting someone for getting in the like, for doing their job,
You
basically?
know what's interesting? We don't see the security there in any of those scenes.
Oh, we don't.
He probably too busy chasing after, McKee. And he probably still tight about losing the bet.
Yes, he 100% like, not losing my bet. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, I would assume any local security or well, I think local police, law enforcement has jurisdiction or they could
Yeah.
combat in some way, but security guard at a local hospital, he can't do shit.
Yeah, it's just like and that's the other it's like, I don't know, it's just where's the humanity? That's really how I feel about ICE. It's like, where is the humanity in this? Like, these are actual people, and y'all are treating them like they're criminal. Like,
It's sad
what?
to say, but humanity is far and few
Oh
between,
my god,
and
it's
it's
so
been like
long,
that for a
a
long
long time.
period of time.
Yeah, yeah,
But, as I mentioned in the recap, Robbie gets pissed off because patients are leaving, staff is leaving, not only on his floor, but Jafadi's mom comes downstairs and says, like, one of her coworkers
yeah.
leaves because she's on like I guess on a working visa or whatever the case may be.
And that's the other thing, is like, these people are working here legally, and they're even scared to show up because they don't even know if they're gonna get detained, and it's like, once they're detained, it's like you can't say, "No, I'm here legally." Like, nobody's carrying around, like,
Nope.
these papers, like, they're not slaves, like, they're not carrying around free papers. Like, what is going on? It's okay, let me stop, child, before I start going on a rant. Okay.
I mean, listen, man, it's a safe space, safe space. But yeah, Robbie tells the big man off, and then that leads to him and his encounter with McKay, and then they detain and take away Nurse Jessie, which
Yeah.
was I definitely felt my blood pressure rising. Like I
Yeah.
felt like he was really being detained. Like
Yeah. Not even
uh
that, I feel like Noah Wiley, like, him talking to the ICE agent, and, like, the way he's talking to them, it was like it felt very, like, real, like,
mhm.
not that he's saying this to, like, an actor, he's on set, he's on all that, it feel like no.
He's really I'm
Yeah.
speaking to ICE
Yes.
for
Yes.
the because there unfortunately are people too. They probably go home and watch all these same TV shows that we talk
Yeah.
about. I could imagine them watching this fucking episode and be like, "Ugh, how dare they?" Or why are they depicting us like that? And it's like, because y'all pieces of shit.
That's how you like yourself in real life. Like, what you talking about?
Y'all pieces of shit. What more can we say there? Um, but yeah. And then we have Mr. Green. Mr. Green is the older gentleman that Ogilvy has been talking to back and forth and gave him that book.
Yeah.
We clearly see that his situation was more severe than what it really is. Um, and they use this scenario or this situation to basically be a teaching moment for Ogilvy. He kept talking shit the whole entire season, really being very pompous and not really having great bedside manner. It was like a fucking nerd, but like you clearly was sometimes you so smart you dumb.
That's 100%.
Sometimes you could be so smart you
You are
dumb.
dumb. That's a fact. It's like because you have no common sense.
Right.
That's why you're
And
so
because you're so overly confident, even
yeah,
not because you can still have a level of confidence and still understand, like, I'm still new in this. Like,
I'm still learning.
I need to double check my work and I'm working at a faster pace than what I'm used to. I
Yeah,
should definitely double check my work. So the
yeah,
fact that he was so overly confident about what he was doing and then he overlooked the method that he should have done and now potentially leading to Mr. Green's death or
yeah,
potential death. Um, and it's funny how they also use that to like foreshadow in the same episode because earlier he kept talking about, oh, I want to intubate a patient. I want to intubate a
yes.
patient.
And as
But
soon
then because
as his time was there, he
it ended
froze.
up being his own patient.
His patient and he freezes.
Exactly. And he freezes in front of his quote unquote arch nemesis, Javadi, who was
Who is the champ?
ready.
The
Ready.
the
I
champ.
ain't got, if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready.
Period. Period. He thought he was smarter than her. Absolutely not.
And the double whammy was Robbie finally doing something positive for the first time in a couple weeks. It was like, Javadi, come show him how to do this shit in front of your mom. Cause your
Right.
mom, your mom swear you
So you
can't
you
handle this shit.
somewhere else, right. Show him, show him. Her mom was like, "Hold on, what?" Like, her mom felt so
Yo,
disrespected.
yo,
But yeah,
Serge is an asshole.
yeah, but Robbie said what he said.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. J is that girl.
Listen, we still need the TikToks. Matter of fact, I'm about to tag them somewhere. Like, yo,
Literally,
we need the
we
TikToks.
need it,
Y'all
we
are
need
missing
it.
out on golden content. Like, I
Yes,
need the Dr. J TikToks.
especially with all this shit going on. This episode's like, give me some type
Yes.
of commentary, please.
Speaking of Javadi's mom, she was also being an asshole because when she comes in, plays for Garcia, and they're explaining all the situation, she literally tells her like, "This was you. You the one
Yeah.
who fucked up." I'm like,
Yeah, so she can't fuck up again. Like, that's the other thing about,
listen,
like, clearly her mom put so much pressure
pressure.
on her. It's like, "I fuck up once, cool. Fuck up twice? Her mama gonna get that belt out."
I don't use this word, but if I was Dr. J and she would have said that shit to me, bitch, who you talking to?
Yeah.
There's 10, 15 people in this room, and you picking
Think
on
with
me?
me?
First of all, we at work. Have some
Mm.
decorum.
Listen, I am Dr.
Ugh,
J here. Dr. Shishimi, please. I am not your
ugh.
daughter here.
Um, but then we also get the scene because Mohan is also partially responsible because I think this was around the time
Mhm.
that she was overwhelmed. So she
Mhm.
overlooks Ogilvy's work and just takes his word for it.
Yeah.
Robbie is being a dick yet again,
Yo, Robbie's a
but
1,000.
he is right. Like,
He
you
is.
gotta keep your personal shit personal.
Yep.
And, this is not a space where you can have outside distractions,
Yeah.
which is low key hypocritical because he had a panic attack in season one.
And
But
and not even
he was
that, he
right.
got a homeboy in the ER right now that he's taking care of.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily personal, and it's not necessarily impacting his work.
He's there taking care of him where he could be doing something else, getting X-rays of that
Eh,
man's chest and whatnot.
well, I mean, he might not be around here too much longer.
Probably will not be on that trip, like I said. The
um,
only place Robbie's gonna be riding a motorcycle is from the hospital and home.
hey, hey. But yeah, that's all I have on my Mr. Green. Then we get this other patient, Roberto, with the baseball. I
Child.
don't know what conversation that they're trying to have with his character, but now that I'm thinking about it, because there are people I feel like I think they usually use this term more for like sexually, but like masochist. He might be the type of individual who likes pain. Like
He was
that's why
given
he's refusing any type of,
to me, he was
sedation.
giving, hyper masculinity. That's what he was giving to me.
Mm,
Like, "No, I can take pain, like, I don't need that, I'm good.
listen,
No, I don't wanna let go of this baseball, even though I should." Like, "No, I don't. Like, I fought for this." Like, it's just giving, "Dude, chill
no,
out,
I don't play with that. If
chill
you
out."
gotta bring in Mike Tyson and knock me out, by all means, I don't want to feel
Okay.
not a damn thing.
Like, what are you trying to prove?
I ain't got shit to prove.
Exactly.
Nothing, not a damn thing. Also, I did find it interesting that one, they allowed him to do it, but
Mhm.
then with him doing it, that he bit down on some gauze
This is
so he
spit it
wouldn't
out.
be screaming. Like, I didn't even know that was an option. Like, I know you see that in like war movies or
Yeah.
like crazy things where it's like, you don't want people to scream, so you have to bite on something. I didn't know they allowed that in the hospital. That was wild.
Probably don't, just for
I mean,
TV, just for TV. They
I
probably be like, "Alright, we gonna give you this right here, so we ain't got time for this. Nobody wanna hear that shit. Let's keep it moving."
I don't know because unfortunately, fortunately, patients do have rights. So if they are against something, you have to, as a
Yes, you
doctor,
have
you
to
have to find
do what they
workarounds.
want, yeah,
You have to find
yeah,
workarounds because
yeah.
then that leads to a lawsuit. Because we
I
have the
told
whole
them,
Dr. Mel thing,
yeah.
um,
Oh,
with her
yeah,
deposition,
a malpractice thing.
right?
I hear I'm not a doctor, so yeah, I get that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel like they would dramatize it just for TV. I feel like you probably, depending on the situation, the scenario, you
Yeah.
probably can do that. And then you just brought him up, but Robbie's friend Duke, he
Mhm.
needs a CT scan, and you basically called it. Robbie ain't leaving on time. Um, cause I'm guessing it's either lung cancer,
Mhm.
which you kind of said no, or he might need some sort of open heart surgery, which be
Mm.
fucking crazy. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody personally who's had open heart surgery, but I
Mhm.
do know that is one of those surgeries. You
'Cause
not the same after that, bro. You
yeah,
are not
no.
the
People don't
same.
even survive. My grandfather, he had got quadruple type of open heart, so yeah, crazy. But yeah, he did not come up out of that. So yeah, some people just don't survive that. Like that is like your arteries, your heart, like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's really there's really no way to it's essentially the most stupidest way to put it. It's almost like your whole fucking Jenga block, but then you only have
I
one
don't know if I got
piece.
finger now.
You only have one piece at the bottom to hold up the whole structure
Mhm.
because that's how your
And
body operates
you
after the
barely
open
have
heart.
that. You barely
Like
have that.
you don't have the same sort of energy, you don't have the same sort of
Yeah,
strength. Your body is essentially constantly in recovery
yeah,
after open heart surgery
yeah,
because it's just doing so much work for everything that your body just went through.
yeah, yeah,
But we'll see what happens when it comes to his character.
yeah.
And then we get the last, I guess, funny scene that I have here. Mel and Dana have a conversation by the staircase because Dana finally sees that Mel is distraught. And then Mel is describing everything. And then she's like, yeah, Becca, my sister, she's having sex. Great sex. My sister is a liar.
Yeah.
And
Mel
again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about she probably sacrificed so much. She probably don't
yeah.
have her. She probably not. She probably still a virgin.
Yes,
Probably don't have. Never had no relationship.
yes,
Never talked. Never engaged.
yes.
Still, been focused on her career,
Yep,
taking care of her sister. And now it's like, bro, the things that I wish I could experience, I sacrificed for you.
yep,
Lo and behold, you experiencing it on your own. 6
yep.
months now. 6 months of your back getting blown out. And I'm just here clocking in for another shift. Just
Coming
clocking in,
and then
clocking out.
afterwards coming home to watch Elf with your ass. Again, get a life. Get your own life outside of your sister, outside of that.
But it's
It's gonna
funny
feel
how
bad.
that scene is like Dana, like, hey, putting things in perspective, but it's also more so like, man, we need you to get back to work. Like,
It's a shit show. That's what I'm saying. Mel hasn't did shit this whole goddamn shift. The only time she did do something, then as soon as it started going crazy with Santos and dang, what
Whitaker.
yeah, Whitaker, she get angry. She get angry and just
Yeah.
who puts a clipboard on the floor?
She had a point though, because they was both arguing
It was
about,
just silly.
because she didn't
It was
want to,
definitely
she
silly.
don't, Santos don't want to do charts anymore or add an additional chart.
Yeah, no, I get it. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, girl,
And
get a
then,
life.
I think she says, yeah, she's a liar. She's a fucking liar. And then Dana's like, did you just curse? And she says, it's how I feel. And you know what? I'm using that from now on. If somebody questions anything that I say,
It's how
it's
I feel.
it's how I feel.
Period. I'm getting my
Uh,
emotions out.
and then we get another tipping point in the episode with Langdon and Santos. Langdon finally has this conversation with her. Listen, man, said it in season 1, said it again. Is fuck Santos for life.
Yeah, something
Like,
wrong with her.
and I get it. There's clearly a lot of backstory with her. I think in
Yes,
season 1, we saw that she has bruises on her body. I think
yes,
like her father was abusive, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
Like she clearly has a lot of trauma.
yeah.
Her fuck buddy's not messing with her the way she
She can't get nobody
she,
on her
she
side.
ain't get she clearly not getting no ramen tonight. Um
Or ramen and scissors.
hey, hey. Or strapped. She might be strapped up. Who knows?
Stop it.
Wait, who do you I was about to I was about to ask you who you think is top and bottom.
I will not answer that question.
Garcia is definitely a top. Garcia is definitely a top.
You never know.
Um, you might be right. You might be right.
She looked
Um,
aggressive.
but hey, we're all about inclusivity here. So maybe they switch. Maybe they take turns. More power to them. As long as it's consensual, we all happy for them.
That's all that matters.
Right. But yeah, like she clearly has a bunch of trauma and like
Yes,
she
no.
not letting this shit go. Um, and like it's way too busy to be having beef right now. And I get it, because you know me. If I got beef, it's beef forever.
Forever.
But I also am strategic about my beef. Okay. Like I don't got, and this is gonna be very random. I don't know if you remember this because obviously I'm a little older than you. Back in the day, during Saturday morning cartoons, they used to have like in between the cartoons, like the commercials. Sometimes
Mhm,
they'll have like on Fox 5, they would sometimes have like these little like cards with captions on them, and there'd be like rant. It was like the first version of like Snapple Facts. And I remember one of them was like, you use more muscles to be angry than you use to smile or some shit like that. And for
mhm.
whatever reason, that always stuck with me.
Yeah,
So I say that to say, there's no way in hell I could be at work on the busiest day,
yeah,
on top of all the fuckery that's going on, to
yeah,
then also have energy to then beef
I know.
with you. Like, bro, I don't give two shits. Just do your job. I'm gonna do mine, and then
That's
when I
it.
clock out,
Let's move on.
I'm gonna see what Garcia about. Like,
Yeah,
that's all I need to be focused on.
yeah, but she wants to embarrass him, and I think that's, like, the most interesting thing, like, everybody already knows. Like, everybody already knows why this man was not here for at least a year. Everybody knows.
Do
But
you think?
why does he need to embarrass himself to the whole entire floor?
Do you think that could also be? And they haven't really showed anything to have that sentiment. Do you think it also could be the whole sort of, how women are treated in the workforce in comparison to men, how he was given a second chance versus possibly if it was a woman who did the same thing, she
Mm,
probably would have gotten fired or let go?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that's the angle they're going for. I can't say because we don't have nothing to compare it to.
Hmm.
I feel like we had another character like that, but shit, McKay was on a gun she had a damn, on house arrest.
This is true.
She was
This
on
is
house
true.
arrest. So, like, I don't think that's, like, the angle they're going.
Yeah, but then there's also the conversation of like, even though that's not necessarily domestic violence, but I think domestic. Uh, I think there's a slightly different situation of like fighting outside of work in comparison to
I
stealing drugs and being a drug addict when you're around drugs is different.
It is different, but also I think it's more of, like, a second chance thing.
Mhm.
Like, okay, he fucked up. He did what he needs to do to get back to where he's at right now. Do we continue? Like, we can hold him accountable, yes, but do we need to continue to punish him for what he did? Not necessarily. Like, he got his punishment. Let's move on, especially on the busiest fucking day that we've been here.
How do you think? What is your prediction of how that situation gets resolved?
Between them,
Yes, and if there's any other parties that need to get involved, because obviously we see.
somebody needs to talk to Santos for sure because it's like, it's not clicking in her brain that, like, we all moved on. Even Robbie. Robbie, I'm glad you got the help you needed. I don't think I want you working here.
That's exactly where I was going. My prediction is Robbie is going to scold her. He's gonna be a hypocrite because he's been a hypocrite this whole season. But he's gonna scold her and like, "Look, your beef is your beef, but we have fucking work." Like,
Period.
that is if there's one thing Robbie only focused on and is only
Is that
cares
what?
about is work.
Yeah,
So, he'll be like, "Let that shit slide. He
yeah,
here. If you gotta work with him in some capacity, work with him."
yeah,
Because even in I mean, he's done his little microaggressions on Langdon as well,
yeah.
but he's not doing it in detriment to whatever patients that are being served. So I
Hell
would
yeah.
not be surprised if Hashimi has a conversation with
Oh,
Robbie
yeah.
like, "Yo, we need to check homegirl because she bugging out."
Yeah. I mean, she needs to be checked. It's like nothing's clicking to her like, "Yo, babe, we're at work." Like, you he was trying to help you be a better doctor, and you didn't wanna listen because you got beef with him.
Also, you just got here. I've been here. I may be damaged goods, but I'm still the golden
Like,
child.
you're still learning. Like, I think that's another thing, maybe another message is, like, where you feel like you know everything, and it's like you never, like, you so smart, you dumb. But it's like, you're
Mhm.
also still a student. Like, never forget that you're still a student. You're
Right.
still learning. You don't know everything.
And unfortunately, there's hierarchy in every working establishment. So it's
Right.
like you're fighting a battle you're not going to win.
No,
Unless something happens, Langdon's not going to get fired.
no.
And
Unless he do the same thing again. That's the
right.
only way.
And prior to all of this, he technically was supposed to be the person that would be replacing Robbie if he was to ever retire. So if
Yeah.
you were to stay at PTMC, he would eventually be your
Your boss.
boss. So it's like, well, unless you're going to transfer, which probably doesn't work out that way with the way it seems like in the medical field.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna have to shut
We
up.
just need to get her some conflict resolution because she sucks at that right now.
Yeah. And then obviously the episode ends with the craziest fucking plot twist
That
with
was
that drunk patient wakes up and immediately attacks Nurse Emma, poor Emma, and puts her in a whole chokehold.
dang.
I don't think the rooms are soundproof.
They
But I there's a lot going on, but also like you have to be very loud in order to get heard.
right.
But she's in a chokehold, so she won't be able to say anything. Somebody would have
Exactly.
to like physically see it going on.
Yes. On her first day.
Now the question is, what's good with him? Like what is up with him?
What is
Because
he on?
his friend came through and his friend was fucking oblivious to shit.
Mhm.
His friend is a fucking airhead. Um, because they asked him, does he take drugs? And he was like, no. If he was, it wasn't
Mhm.
steroids. Like, so I don't know. What would cause you to like
To
wake up
act
and
that
immediately?
way?
Yeah, I don't know. I
He
don't
might be in
know.
psychosis too. Like, he
Mm,
potentially could be. He
mm.
potentially could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
was
don't
stuck. I was
I
stuck.
know.
I was like,
I know. I couldn't predicted that. Couldn't have predicted that, like, that was where we're gonna end the
you
episode
know what's
with
funny?
else.
This is the first episode that I didn't have that feeling of like, "Oh, okay, they're about to go to the credits." Like,
Um,
I was just in shock of everything so much was happening
it happened
that
so fast too.
I was just like,
It was like the Langdon and the Santel scene, we went straight to that scene, and then
"Roll
it's like
credits."
yeah. It's like it was like literally this. It wasn't like sometimes it can be like a this, it's like a it dipped down a little bit, and there was no dip. There was no dip.
Yeah. And then, like I said earlier, the only other note I had on here, because again, they keep referencing in this episode, we only had 2 more hours, but there are 4 episodes left.
Yeah,
So there are 2 more additional hours of fuckery that will transpire at PTMC.
yeah.
We still don't know about the father from last week and his
Oh, man,
son. We still don't know about that Asian couple.
can't get over them.
I think they confirmed that the plus size man did
Yeah,
survive his
surgery.
surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did confirm that. There's
Mhm.
still so many patients and storylines that need to be.
Bruh, it's way
Also, this is episode 11 and you introducing new people is kind of wild. But
it's gonna be like that until the end, probably, like
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
until night
I don't
shift.
know. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
is crazy.
But yeah,
Um,
I don't got anything else.
my only last thing we did bring up, Torres, but I'm really worried about her because she has that big knot, and they was telling her it could possibly be a blood clot, and the
Hmm.
fact that she got up out of there instead of, like, getting it checked, it's
Oh
like, "Oh
yeah.
my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You too scared to get checked because of ice."
Ice. I mean,
Terrible.
yeah.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. But yeah, that's really all I have.
All right, let's talk ratings and where does this episode land for us? One remote is unwatchable, 2 remotes is disappointing, 3 remotes is decent, average TV, 4 remotes is really good, and 5 remotes is all time great peak television. What are you giving this episode?
It's hard.
Do you want me to go first?
I guess you can.
This is going to be, weirdly enough, a 5.
Wow! This your first 5 for the pit this
Yeah,
season?
this is weirdly enough a 5.
Yeah.
Because And it's primarily for the reason I brought up earlier of like, I usually, if I'm watching shows that I enjoy, I'm
Yeah.
focused, I'm locked in, I'm paying attention or whatever.
Yeah.
Season 1, mad shit was going on.
Yeah.
This season, mad shit
It's
has been
okay.
going on. But this is the first episode where I sent you that Mr. Krabs meme. I'm definitely gonna put it up on the screen on the video. I was like, bro, this is the first time I actually, how you joke, like, yo, get me off the shift. This was the first time I actually felt like,
I like
damn,
that way.
I'm at work. Like, I'm at work. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the
Yeah,
entire fuck? And,
yeah,
like, I don't know if there's another TV show that could make me feel I don't think I've ever watched a TV show that made me feel I'm submerged in there.
yeah. No, this is the Pit is different. The Pit is
Yeah, this is different.
100% different. Like, I feel like because everything is just, like, so real life. Everything about it is just like this might depending on how the Pit continue
Oh,
their
it's all time already.
it's up
It's locked
there.
in. It's already in there.
It's up there. Like, yeah, like, if they continue like, if the seasons continue to get better and better and better, yeah, this it's gonna be up. It might be my top 4.
It's a guarantee.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I do agree with that 5 rating. Like, I agree with that 5 rating. Like, it's all like it's so hard. It's like, what I don't know why I always, like, go back and forth, like, "Okay, what can I critique? What would I have done differently?" Like, all these things, and it's just like, I don't necessarily have anything.
Yeah, and the reason why I said it like it's a weird 5 because I said previously 5s for me are like singular episodes that you could just throw on to somebody of like, "Yo, this was a moment in culture or in
Yeah,
history."
yeah,
I keep bringing up like the Red Wedding, Battle
yeah,
of the Bastards, the
yeah,
long what is it? The Long Night, from Game
yeah,
of Thrones. Yeah,
yeah,
like those singular episodes. If you have no context, you grasp everything.
yeah,
The Pit isn't that kind of show where you could just watch a singular episode, but
no. No, it's not not even close. Not even
yeah,
close.
it's just like, bruh, like,
Yeah,
I don't the things that I feel watching The Pit, no other TV show has ever made me feel that way. Like,
yeah,
even when I started, like, binging ER, like,
yeah.
ER was
No,
good, but
this
I never felt this way watching ER. This is
this is
different.
this is different. Like,
This is this is literally the definition of prestige TV.
yeah. Did we talk about this? Like, do we call this yes, we did. T
Yes, but we said, like, it's in its own category because it's not drama based on the actual characters to an
Yeah,
extent.
yeah,
It's like partial drama with them, but more
yeah.
drama around the
With the
patients
patient, yeah.
themselves.
But it is prestige TV, though. It is.
Yes.
It is. Yeah, this is a great HBO did it again. HBO has done it again.
Listen, man.
And I'm excited for this ride for the pit because that like this season had like we've been saying this every episode. This season has just been so, so, so good. Like every episode, fives. It's been five. I've given this season so many fives. So yeah.
I've laughed, I've cried,
Yeah.
I've been in shock,
Yeah.
I've been emotionally impacted,
Yeah.
I've been able to, like, unravel and see, like, the depthness and the stories that they're trying to tell, or
Yeah.
even if it's not a story, just, like,
Yeah.
one-liners or just
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
prestige TV
Yeah.
at its finest, at its finest. Anybody who says they don't well, I'm not gonna say that
So
because
they lying.
everybody got the different I that's the one show that I haven't seen anybody say like, "Yo, I don't like this show."
Yeah.
They either watch it and love it or they don't watch it because medical dramas aren't their thing.
And I feel like the other thing about the pit is just because it's just like it's one long day, you know? It's not like it's a buildup of storylines.
Mhm.
There is a bit of a storyline, but it's like in a way different way. Like it's not how we watch regular TVs that have all these characters and it's this world and we're building on this world and the drama in between these characters. Like it's not like that at all. It's just it's different. That's all thing I can say about the pit.
It's different, man.
Different.
It's different.
It's different.
It's Pitt and everybody else. Like, I don't
Basically,
know. Obviously, we're only in March. I don't know if there's another TV show that I'm aware of that's going to
top this.
can top this.
Yeah.
So, I hope they all have their suits and dresses ready for next
Oh,
award
they
season
do.
because
Yes.
they
Yeah.
cleaning house yet
Yeah.
again.
Noah Wiley definitely
Yet
winning
again.
some things. Yeah.
Yes, Nola's winning some things. I
Yeah.
think I did see a post of, like I don't know where it was from, I don't know if it was, like, an official publication, but, like, people were talking about, damn, I forget his name, but the actor who plays Langdon, in
Mm.
consideration for best supporting actor. I'm like, I don't know how you pick who's the best, because if it was up to me, Becca, come get your award. Becca, come
Yeah.
get your award.
Yeah.
I hope they give like awards for like people with other abilities, I should
Yeah.
say. Like, I hope they have, like, an award show for those
I feel like it's not
individuals.
that many people, so it'll be hard for them to, like,
Well,
choose.
then they need to make a category for them.
Well, coming soon.
Representation,
It
inclusion.
matters, yeah. Well, that's not a thing anymore, that's illegal. So
Man, fuck ICE. Um,
not a thing
I could
anymore.
keep going on and on, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have anything else.
yeah.
This is a really great episode. For everything going on in the world and in my personal life, Thursdays hit. Like, I get
Like, it
excited.
makes
Like,
um,
it's funny because I think I brought this up before, and this
yeah,
will be the last thing so we can get the fuck up out of here. I watch a lot of YouTube content, and most
yeah.
recently, I've been watching a lot of YouTube content that talks about, like, the great shows in the '90s or, like,
Mhm.
how they created, what was it, Must See TV, and how they created, TGIF and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
And then there was this phrase that stuck out to me, and it made me it's like, I don't know, starting to show my age, but it was like, there used to be a time where there was appointment television. Like, you used to
yeah,
set time to go
yeah,
watch something, and like
yeah,
TGI Fridays, like
yeah,
families, 8 o'clock,
yeah,
everybody in front of the TV watching
yeah,
Family Matters, all this other stuff. The pit right now is appointment television. Like,
yeah,
if I
yeah,
have plans, my plans are not on Thursdays.
yeah, yeah. I would like, for me, definitely The Pit and then The Paradise is the other one for me, like, I've been loving this season a lot. Do I wanna put 2 bad bitches against each other? I don't. I
You
don't
can't even compare. You can't even compare.
do that. I
You
don't wanna
can't yeah, you can't even compare.
like,
2
I don't.
different worlds, yeah, 2 different worlds and 2 different approaches. Like, a
Yeah,
medical drama is completely different than this
from
sci-fi thriller,
yeah, yeah,
8
yeah.
episodes versus 15.
And at 15, you're getting get back goddamn episodes. Like, you're getting so much more. And this is why I love watching shows that have more than 10, 12 episodes
Mhm.
because you're getting so much more of the storyline. You're not getting cut short nowhere.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think we see that as a trend. I don't see more studios or productions taking that sort of.
It's just sad. It's just sad, like, it's just sad. It's just sad how capitalism, money, greed, all these things are just taken away from the entertainment that we've had for so long, and it's just getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We will be the old man on the lawn yelling at the young folks because I don't know if young people even watch these shows. Like, more times than not, when I see
Yeah,
comments and threads and Twitter
yeah,
about these TV shows, is people
yeah,
within our age group. Like, even
yeah,
in our analytics show, that is primarily the people
older
in
people.
our age group and older that are watching
Yeah.
our content.
Yeah, my nephew's 15, and he watches and it's like, he watches TV because of us as a family, we watch TV. So it's
Yeah,
like I think he just, got onto that, but I feel like if we weren't a family that watches TV the way we do, he probably wouldn't. He probably
yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah. Because even myself, like, my parents watch TV, but they never cared about, like, my Caribbean immigrants,
Yeah.
they're doing the traditional watching CNN,
Yeah.
NBC
Yeah,
News,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or if it's, when I was younger and I was sick or whatever, Jerry Springer or any of the family court or TV show, those, sometimes even soap operas like All My Children, like, they wasn't watching, like, any of the, like, the classics, like,
Yeah,
all the that's why, like, during the pandemic, I started watching them because that was never a thing. Like,
yeah,
I was never like, it wasn't until I became an adult that I, start watching Law and Order or
yeah,
all the, the stuff that was out back then. Like, I was aware of it because of watching TV in general and you see
yeah.
commercials, but I was never catching my mom or my father watching any of
Mhm.
those
That makes
shows. Like,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, they may know these people because they may watch, like, all the gossip news, but they never,
yeah,
like, "Oh, I know Denzel because I watched
yeah.
Malcolm X," and, like,
That's
nah,
true. Yeah,
they wasn't on that, so I'm fortunate in that sort of way, so I don't see the younger generation doing that
yeah.
because they don't care, they on TikTok doing dances.
Yes, they are. On live, anyways.
Anyways, that's all we have. This was a great episode. I think this is one of the longest episodes that
Yeah,
we've
100%.
done because we had a lot to cover.
Yeah.
But this was quite enjoyable, and I look forward to doing this again for the next month because we got 4 more episodes of
Yee!
this.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God.
But
Yeah.
that's all we got. If we haven't done so already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate everybody tuning in to all the content that we're doing. Now that we're doing Cross, we will be picking up The Boys next month. May also watch Euphoria.
We
We put an
are.
asterisk on that because
We are. I am.
I
I'll
don't
be here
expect.
for it. I'll be here
I
for
do
it.
not expect Euphoria final season to be good, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. Usually, I'm never wrong. When it comes to TV, when it comes to my assessment, it's
Yeah.
either I'm right, shit gonna be ass, or I don't be knowing or having an opinion, and then I'll watch something and then we're like, oh, okay, this was good,
Yeah.
or whatever. Because even The Pit, like, I wasn't necessarily overly excited to watch The Pit.
Yeah,
It
me
was
neither.
like I started binging ER for some reason, and then they announced that they were doing The Pit, and I was like, oh, okay, Noah Wiley's back. I'll tap
Yeah.
in, see how it is, and then I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
is different.
you should tap in.
It's
Different
different. My sincere apologies, Noah. I was not I was
What a
not familiar. I was familiar with your game, but
what a tap
clearly I wasn't that familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, we'll cover The Boys, we'll cover Euphoria. We're obviously doing our rewatches. We're about to wrap up True Blood, then we'll go to The Walking Dead, and then we'll obviously have our Road to Doomsday rewatching the MCU. So that's all we got. We out of here. I am tired. Bye.
Bye.